Hello, magic casters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning in to the 68th episode of our first level spell series. Today we're going to be taking a look at Speak with Animals. This spell is usable by the Bard, Druid, and Ranger class, and naturally anyone with access to their spell lists. And it is also found in the Player's Handbook. Before we take a look at the mechanics and better understand the spell, I just want to say that this video is dedicated to our Patreon supporter, Kenny Garcia. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this video, my friend. With that being said, let's take a look at its mechanics. The cast time is the standard 1 action, but it can also be ritual casted for an additional 10 minutes. The range is Self. The duration is an impressive 10 minutes, and it is not a concentration spell. The effect at a glance is as followed. You can converse with beasts. The degree of the communication depends on the beast's intelligence, but at the very least they can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, and what they have perceived within the past day. The components are somatic and verbal, meaning you have to gesture with one hand and speak forth an incantation, and the school is Divination. Very cool stuff there. I really like this spell, personally. That being said, let's take a look at the full description here so we can better flesh this out. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness might vary based on their intelligence, but at the bare minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including what they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small task or favor for you at the GM's discretion. Very, very cool stuff. Needless to say, there are quite a few applications to this, and in all honesty, there is never a shortage of creatures either found in the forest, sewers, or in an abandoned cave or dungeon. There's creatures essentially everywhere throughout the Forgotten Realms, so this spell has a ton of utility in that regard alone. That being said, let's take a look at some alternative uses and see if we can't make it a little bit more useful for the day-to-day player. First and foremost, you could very easily use this to gain favor with a guard dog would probably be the best example, but there would be many more, and just persuade them to side with you instead of their current masters, which more cases than not would be pretty easy. You could also use the information they tell you and turn it into some kind of great plan, a master plan, and if you were the strategist in your party, then I would consider this spell all but mandatory. You could also use the information to plot your way through an otherwise very difficult to solve dungeon. The ability to know what they have perceived is super useful, especially if you luck out with a creature and they have something like blind sense, for example. They'd be able to relay a lot more information to you. That being said, if you have any cool ideas, alternative uses, or stories involving Speak with Animals, I'd really like to hear them down in the comments section below, and I know everyone else tuning in would as well. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and before I let you go, I just want to say thanks to our lovely Patreon supporters, Marcos G. Guzman Jr., Reina, Tanner Frazier, Kenny Garcia, Bruce T, and Tato Seal. Thank you so much, guys. The support has been unreal, and I really do appreciate it. We also do the daily live streams from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so if you'd like to tune into one of those, have any questions answered, or just have a great chat amongst friends, we'd be more than happy to accommodate anyone who wants to join in. And if you like that cool hand-drawn Warforged on the side there, and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out our Patreon videos to know exactly how to do that. That being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy casting.